Polly, I've just received a statement from Buckingham Palace. I'm going to read it out. It says, during the King's recent hospital procedure for benign prostate enlargement, a separate issue of concern was noted. Subsequent diagnostic tests have identified a form of cancer. His Majesty has today commenced a schedule of regular treatments, during which time he has been advised by doctors to postpone public-facing duties. Throughout this period, His Majesty will continue to undertake state business and official paperwork as usual. The King is grateful to his medical team for their swift intervention, which was made possible thanks to his recent hospital procedure. He remains wholly positive about his treatment and looks forward to returning to full public duty as soon as possible. His Majesty has chosen to share his diagnosis to prevent speculation and in the hope it may assist public understanding for all those around the world who are affected by cancer. So there we have it. Buckingham Palace has confirmed that His Majesty the King has been diagnosed with a form of cancer. If you remember earlier last month, on the 17th of January, Buckingham Palace announced that he had been diagnosed with an enlarged prostate, which at the time Buckingham Palace said was benign. The reason he decided to make his diagnosis public, very similar to this statement issued this evening, was to encourage other men or people to seek treatment and medical support if they are experiencing similar symptoms to His Majesty. Again, the Palace have emphasised that the King can continue with duties behind the scenes, those carrying out duties via working through his red boxes, signing government papers and reading cabinet minutes, which suggests that his condition, although clearly very serious, is not stopping him from carrying out his constitutional duties. But as Buckingham Palace says, he is undergoing treatment for this cancer diagnosis, so any public-facing duties he will not be doing for the foreseeable future. The King has actually returned to London. The Royal Standard is flying above Buckingham Palace. He was treated for an enlarged prostate at the London Clinic, and the London Clinic alongside King Edward VII Hospital are two private hospitals here in central London which are frequently used by the royal family for medical issues. Buckingham Palace has also released an unpublished picture, I don't know if we can bring it to you, of the King. It was taken by Samir Hussein at the British ambassador's residence during the state visit to France back in September 2023, and it's understood that it has no greater significance than being a recent unseen portrait. They've just decided to release it because, of course, we haven't seen this photograph before, and it perhaps harks back to a happier time. The state visit to France was widely seen as an incredibly successful tour, and it showed King Charles as a really strong international British diplomat exercising his powers of soft diplomacy. So although this cancer diagnosis will clearly come as a shock to members of the public, it appears the King is in very good spirits. He says that he is grateful to the medical team for their swift intervention. Of course, he was in hospital for a couple of weeks ago, and he has commenced with treatment for that diagnosis. No word on whether Her Majesty the Queen is with the King or whether she is going to be postponing public duties, but of course it's just adding to the now growing number of health scares and problems to do with the royal family. The Princess of Wales continues to recover from her abdominal surgery at home in Windsor. She's not expected to be seen until after Easter, and Prince William is, as far as we understand it, still expected to continue with his royal duties tomorrow after a period of helping his wife. So just to recap, Buckingham Palace has confirmed this evening that the King has been diagnosed with cancer.